Hello and welcome to my channel, Code This. I am Coach Eric. So glad you could be here. On this episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to code doggy cross. Whoa! Watch out for the car. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we're going to be focusing on a game I like to call Doggy Cross, which is a take on Crossy Roads, where we want to get the dog to be able to cross the road without being hit by the oncoming traffic. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. I'm going to be showing you how to get a sprite, in this case my dog, you can use whatever you want, to go to the left and to the right. To the right and to the left. He's also going to be going to up and down as well. We're going to get this sprite and a whole bunch of others to be going up and coming back through and continuously doing that. I'm also going to be showing you how to change the levels. So I have this background as level 1, and then I also have another backdrop here as level 2, and then I would just make different ones for level 3, 4, 5, and whatever level you, however many levels you want. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Let's get into it right now. Let's start with the dog. The dog is so big that he will be crushing the cars. So we want to change the size of the dog to make him a little bit smaller and to scale. So we're going to go here to the costumes. I'm going to go and I'm going to highlight my dog and I am going to make him smaller. I like that size. After I found the size, I want to center him out. Go find the plus, put him on the crosshairs, center him out here, 0, 0, and then take him over. Now I want him in the Y0, and there we go. He can be at negative 202. That looks pretty good. It's kind of even. Great. Now I want 2 costumes for him, so I want the other costume to be the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and go to the other costume first, and I'm going to copy that costume, and I'm going to take it back to the first one, and I'm going to paste it on there, and then I'm going to make it the same size as, let me make this a little bit bigger, make it the same size as the first costume. That way they're all the same size costume. It wouldn't really work if they were different sizes. So looks about good. Move it back over here, copy that one, go back and paste it. There we go. Move it, get rid of the first original, well, technically the second original, and now put this one in here. Now you can see, go back to the first one and get rid of that one. There we go. Now we have 2, and you can see he kind of walks. Now here's number 3. We don't not want number 3. X out number 3, and now we are good to go. Okay, so we have our 2. Now, I want the dog to be able to walk this way and change costumes, but when he goes to the left, I want him to turn around and face that way. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy. First, let's change this to 1, dog to 1, and wait a minute. I'm sorry, dog to 1, and dog to 2, and then wait, it won't let me change it. Okay, dog to 1, and this will be dog to 2. Okay, now what I want to do is I need to duplicate this one, and dog to 3, and dog 3 and dog 1 are going to be the same. I'm going to duplicate dog 2 and dog 4. So 1 and 3, oops, 1 and 3 are the same. 1 and 3, okay, and 2 and 4. Okay, there we go. Now, I also want to have a costume for when he meets his demise if he gets hit by a car. So let's duplicate number 1 as well, and that'll be number 5, and that will go down here. Okay, so we got 1, and 3 are the same, 2 and 4 are the same. Take 4 and reverse it, take 3 and reverse it, and 5 will be the one when he messes up. Let's go. I already have in the costumes here, in images, open it up, and I have my blood. Okay, now I have my blood here that we're going to use for the when the poor dog gets hurt. So let's copy that and paste it over here, and you can just put it on the dog, and you know, however you want it to be. Okay, whatever you want to happen. Okay, there we go. There's our costume. So that's dog number 5. So now we have all of them. So let's go and start the code. Okay, so we'll go over here, go to events. When the flag is clicked, I want my dog, let's put him at costume 1. I want my dog to go to a spot. It's going to go to negative 204. I want him to go to 0, so hit 0 there. Now, technically all you have to do is hit it right here. 0 here. When the flag is clicked, he's going to always go to that spot. There it is. Now, I want him to go to the right. So forever, I want this to happen. And what's going to happen if we are touching our right key arrow, then I want him to move in the direction of X, right? So he's going to move 10 in the direction of X. Let's take a look, see, boom, there he goes, okay? Now you can see how he moves that way. Now he's not able to move back. We'll get him back, okay? But what I thought would be cool too is so he doesn't just zoom across, we're gonna make it a little bit harder. So we're gonna get a weight 0.08 seconds, and then I'll show you what happens. We'll stop and do it. And he kind of goes a little bit slower. So you do whatever you want. If you want him to go really fast, that's fine. You don't have to have that. Okay? Now, we want him though, right, to change costumes. So go get an if then and put it under here. So let's go to the costumes and put the first costume in here. We're going to click it to dog number 2. You'll see in a second why. Duplicate the costume and put it in here. Put this to costume 1. Okay, now here's what's going to happen. Go down here to this costume number, grab that, go to operators and grab the equals, right? Yes, the equals. Put the costume number. If the costume number equals costume number 1, then we're going to change to costume number 2. Else, we're just going to stay at costume number 1. So let's put it in there and just test that really quick. And there you go. Now you can see him walk. Okay? All right. Now, just to show you really quick, without the 0.8, what would happen? Again, you don't have to have it, but you can see that he goes a lot faster. Whatever you want. I kind of liked a little bit of the challenge, so I'm going to put that in there. Okay, there we go. Now he's walking to the right. We want him to walk to the left, and we want him to go up and down. So all we have to do is take this whole thing and duplicate it. Okay, put it underneath. Now, we want to change this to the left, which means we have to change the X by -10. Okay, then we also, remember we had those other 2 costumes, so there was costume 3, and he'll change to costume 4, and then he'll change back to costume 3. So let's take a look now. He's going this way, and then he's going back. And you can see how he's changing. Ah, fantastic, that's great. Now we want him to go up and down as well. So let's just go here. And what we can do is take this out, right click and duplicate that whole thing. Let's make this smaller. This is quite a bit of code, sorry about that. And we'll put it underneath here and put all of that in. and move down, and I'll make it bigger so you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one to the up, and I'm going to do this one to the down. Now the problem with the up and the down is there's not going to be changing the X, because the X is the left and the right. It's going to be changing the Y up and down. So just change this. Oops. Change this to the Y. And here it is right here. Okay, and then put the 8, change by 8 seconds. Okay, now going up is going to be plus, going down is going to be negative, so we'll just take this out and change it to Y. And just like we did with going left, negative, going down is going to be negative, so let's change this to negative 10. Okay, now let's take a look. Oh, one other thing I wanted to do, I wanted him to go up and down a lot faster, so I did take the 8 seconds out for that one. And I kind of like that. It's a little bit, he walks up and down faster than he walks left and right. So, okay, now let's take a look and see if we're all good to go. Go up here. He's facing the wrong way, so just go up here, and when the flag is clicked, always have him go to his costume number 1. That way, he's always going to start out nice and easy. Okay, let's try it. Now he's going this way. He can go up, he can go down, and he can go back. Okay, so very good. Now we got him going up. Oh, it looks like he's going... Why is he going down to the left? Oh, because we're using 3 and 4, so he's going down to the left. If you want, you can leave it, or just change this to costume number 1, change this to costume number 2, and change this to costume number 1. Now when he goes up and down, it'll be on the same, he'll be going the same way. I like that a little bit better. Okay, there you go. But again, if you like him to go down, okay, so now he can go, and you can move him if you need to and go up, and okay? So fantastic, so we got that. Okay, great, now let's get some cars for Mr. Doggy to be able to avoid. So I got some things down here. Let's start with this first one here. Make it visible. You can see that it's a little bit big, so let's go to the costumes and make it smaller, highlight it, and make it smaller, however small you want it. I just want it within that, maybe just a little bit smaller. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Okay, and always again, I'm going to center it here and here. Okay, and then put it where I want it to go. Okay, so the X will be there, negative 140, and then that'll be good. Okay, the Y is going to constantly change. So let's code it. Let's go here. Go to the events when the green flag is clicked. Forever, I want him to do this. Forever, I want him to go to this position and go to the negative 40. But I don't want him to go to negative 32. I do want him to start at the bottom. So I just go here all the way down to the Y. I hit negative, a really big number, let's say 240, and it'll give me the number, the smallest number, negative 201. So let's start with negative 201. Okay, that's where he'll start from, and then he'll go to the top. I don't want him to just go and go and go, so I want him to, do it randomly. So let's have him, let's see in the controls, let's have him wait, and let's have him wait some go to the operators, pick random, have him pick some random seconds. I wanted to do 0.5 seconds to like 1.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds, and then he's going to repeat this action. So let's go to the controls, get a repeat until. He's going to repeat, moving in which direction? That is correct. Very good. He's going to be moving in the Y direction. Why is he going to be moving in that direction? Well, it's a good question, because he's going up, right? Up and down is going to be moving in the Y direction. So he's going to be going up, so we can keep it positive 10. If he's going down, we're going to keep it negative 10. So let's keep that. And then we want him to go up, so we're going to go to the operators. We do need to get a greater than, and we need to go to the motion and go all the way to the bottom to the X position. If the X position is greater than, let's find what that number is. Take your car, go all the way to the top, or go over here, and again, a big number, 240, 201 is greater than 201. But remember, do 200, one less than what that says. Okay, and then he will re-loop and come back here. Let's make sure and see if that's happening. There he goes. He's waiting that 0, there he goes. Fantastic, right? Well, we don't want to be able to see him here, so let's do this. Let's go to looks, go down, and let's get a hide. Put the hide above the go-to. Now you can't see him, right? He's moving, but you can't see him. And so we need to show him after he's waited and he's ready to go. Now let's take a look and see. Now there he goes, and he'll hide, and we don't know, and he's going to wait that half a second to 1.5 seconds. Very good. Okay, now we can get our dog and we can be walking across and get across. Okay, very good. Now we want a car to come down. So I have the second one. Click this and drag it over to car number 2, let it go in, and now we have that whole code copied right there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That way we don't have to write it all over. Although we have to fudge it a little bit. We have to do a couple of little tweaks. First thing we want to do is go to the car, highlight the car. Look how big that car is. He's gonna smash that dog. Let's make the car a lot smaller. Go to costumes, highlight the car, and make it really small. And you could take it over and make it, as small as the other one. I think that would probably be the smartest thing to do. There you go. Looks pretty good. Okay, now, again, let's center it out. Although this one, if you notice, doesn't have a blue spot, so I kind of just guessed right here is kind of where it'll be. So, and then just go 0 and 0. So remember, these are from random pictures taken off the computer, so they don't have, some of them I guess don't have the plus. There we go. That's where I want him. But I don't want him to go the same way as the sports car. I want him to come the opposite way. So all we have to do is go down here and reverse the car. Now he's going the other way. That looks fantastic. Okay, now let's go and code it. So there's a couple of things that you're going to have to remember because he's going the opposite way. One thing is, well, we do have to switch the X, right? Because he's in a different X position. I want him right there. So the X position is -96, so we'll just change that. X, -96. Okay. And he is going to not be starting from the bottom. He's going to be starting from the top. So he'll be starting from a plus Y position. Go here, go real big with that and see 201. So instead of negative, we are going to change that to just positive 201. That's where he'll be starting from. Okay, he'll be hiding. Okay, you'll wait 0.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Then he'll show, that's fine. But here's where it gets a little bit different. When the sports car is going from the bottom to the top, we want the Y position to be greater than the number. But in this instance, because it's going down, we want it to be opposite. So we want it to be less than. So just get the less than, put that in there. Let's find what that less than is. Again, go here, -250. And it looks like -203. Remember, you don't want it 203, you want it one less, so 202. Is that going to work? Will that work? Is everybody in agreement with that? Can we see? Let's take a look. There's our, well, I see our car up there. What's wrong? Oh boy, remember, it's in the negative going down, so we want to change this too. Okay, keeping you on your toes. Keeping you on your toes, -10. There we go. Now let's see. Are we good to go? Yeah, we are good to go. Okay. There we go. We got our two cars going up and down. Now, I'm not going to do it in this video, but obviously you just duplicate that you know, as many cars as you want. I have 6 cars, so I did it 6 times, okay? I'm just gonna show you these two. One other thing I do wanna show you though is this down here, the change by Y, is kind of like the speed. So let's say we want the cop car to be going a lot slower. Let's just say he's cruising, right? And we want, so we're gonna put that at -4, right? So he'll go a lot slower. And you know, for the sports car, we want the sports car to go really, really fast. So let's go do something like a +20, and let's see how that works. Let's see if it's gonna go really, it's going really fast. So there we go. Now we're making it a little bit harder, right? You want to make it a little bit harder. The other thing you can do, remember, is you can always have fun with how long that they wait. Maybe you want to make this sports car wait half of a second to 3 seconds, right? So you don't exactly know when it's going to be coming. So you're like, oh, I think I'm doing, bam! Oh, and it smacks the dog, okay? So very good. So we got the dog going to left and the right. We got the dog going down. We got it going up. We got 2 cars. And so far, so good. So let's get on, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's get on with the third thing that we want to do, which is we want to change levels, right? So we want to get this over here. Well, you know what? Let's do this. I'm sorry. Let's do this. What happens if the dog gets hit and meets his fate? Let's go ahead and code that next. Okay, so let's code if the dog is walking across the street and gets hit by the car, because as you can see right now, nothing happened. He's just going, hey, no worries, you know, I'm going right across. Well, let's make that happen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the dog here, and let's see, what do we need to have to happen? Well, first thing is we need to go to when the flag is clicked. I'm gonna make a whole new, this one's really long, so I'm gonna kind of do it over here. So let's take a look. When the flag is clicked, let's see here, if forever, if something happens, then this will happen. So if sensing, touching, and let's go move this over a little. If touching sprite 1, then what is going to happen? He is going to, remember we have that funny little costume, and he is going to, we're going to use that costume. So go over here, and it's costume number 5. We're going to switch to costume number 5, and then we want to end, we want to stop the other scripts in this sprite. So let's see if this works here. Let's see, he's going across, and boom, okay, he gets hit. Maybe we want to stop going across, and boom, he gets hit. There we go. We'll just stop all, okay? Now everything's stopped. Now, as you can see here, it's good for that one, but if he's over here and gets hit, nothing happens. So all we have to do, real easy, move this out of the way, go here, and get an OR. Because we don't want to put and, that means they're going to be touching both of them. Right-click that touching and duplicate it and put number 2. Now, if he's touching 1 or 2, that will happen. So let's see here. So there's number 1. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we're good to go. Now, I guess continuing with that theme, again, what you're going to do is you're just going to duplicate that for car number 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever you call them. Now, when I did this, I made these no more than 3 long, and then I duplicated this all and did for the next. So I had cars 1, 2, and 3 on this one, then I went and duplicated it and put cars 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that way your code isn't extremely long. So I feel that that was an easier way to do it. Just a little bit of information, but do it however you. I guess if you really wanted to, you could just make this, duplicate it, do 2 more, and duplicate it, and do 2 more, and duplicate it, and do 2 more. However you feel is going to be easy. Okay, so now that he's met his match, we have got to start our game over. So what are we going to do? We need a try again screen. So the next thing we're going to be jumping into is a try again screen. Okay, here at Code This, I like to be positive and I like to use try again instead of game over. So that's just how we're going to be doing it whenever you're taking a look at my videos. So let's go down here. For this one, we're going to have to make our own sprite. It'll be really easy. Go up there. I don't know why, but I do like the black. So go here, go to colors, get black, just make a rectangle however big you want it to be. Remember, go over here and center it out so you can see there it is. That's fine, okay? And then we gotta paint something on there. We gotta get the words. I like to do red. I think maybe I like red. So here we go. Oh, I always also like to use the pixels. That's kind of cool to use. Okay, there we go. TRY space AGAIN. Try again. And then what do we want to do? We want to make it big. Take this circle, put it there. And I'm going to make it go all the way to the end. Just like that, all the way to the end. There we go. Try again. Fantastic. Now we got our try again. So let's go here and let's go back to the dog really quick because we got to do something. We got to code something. So our try again screen, when the dog gets hit, it's going to yell a message. So what is that message? Well, that message could be try again. As simple as that. Go to events, I apologize. Broadcast, and click the message and put in a new message. Try AGAI, IN. Again, do whatever you feel is comfortable and necessary for you. Broadcast try again. Now go to try again. When try again receives this message, it's going to show itself. And yeah, it's going to show itself. And then when the green flag is clicked, we want it to hide. Go down here and go to hide. So let's see if that's all working good. And okay, going over. Okay, here's the problem. It worked, right? But the problem is you can't see the cool splat, right? So what we could do is go to looks here, and if you go down almost at the bottom, it says go forward how many layers. Click that and click the forward and go backward. And I picked like 6 layers, I think it was. So when it shows, go back 6 layers and show, and then it's kind of cool because you kind of get this cool effect where it says try again and this is on top. So I really like that. So again, just make it go back 6 layers and that will help. Or you're not going to see your cool little splat, right? So very cool. Okay, now we got the try again, and now what we want to do is we want to reward Mr. Dog if he does in fact get all the way across to the other side. Well, there he is. Okay, well, what do we want to do? We want to change the level, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so now we want to change levels, right? This is a cool thing to be able to do, to change levels and make a different background and everything. So how are we going to do that? Well, the one thing that I have found to do is to make a sprite over here on this side, so when the dog is touching that sprite, it's going to know to change the level. What we want to happen is to have this sprite over here trigger the next level. We're going to make a screen that says next level. So what I have done is I have copied this picture over here and I have made it a sprite, and you can see here, and I named it RS1, which means right side one, because I have another one. And here it is, okay? It's the exact same as this. So first what we're gonna do, highlight it, whoops, I'm sorry, here we go. Highlight it and make it big, right? Okay, I apologize, it's not being shown, so there it is, right there, okay? Highlight it. Now, the very first time I did this, I just put it right here, and what I noticed is that he wasn't actually getting all the way across. So you want to try to get this thing as far over on the X as you can. So go to the X and get a big number, 250. Now you can just barely see it right there. I wonder if we can make it a little bit thinner, if that would do anything. Let's test that and see if that will do. It gave us a little bit more room, right? So that'll be good. So let's zero it out. Let's hit this at 0, this at 0, this at 0, and let's see. Now let's go 270, and let's see. Oh, now it only gave us 240. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. 240. Okay, so that's good. You can kind of see it's way over here, so he's going to have to walk a little bit before he touches it. So we want it there, right? So let's first go to the dog and let's code for that. So now what we want, when the green flag is clicked, if, let's go to the if statement. Oh, let's get it forever too. I apologize. Let's get it forever. Put that in there. If the dog is touching, go to sensing. I apologize. If the dog is touching, and I did it as right side 1, then what has to happen? I want the dog to broadcast a message, events, broadcast a message. And I want it to broadcast the message of, I'm going to put level 2. Whoops. There we go. Level 2, because that's what we're going to be doing. Because you're going to want to do one for level 3 and level 4. And then hit OK. And there we go. Now we have broadcast at level 2. And then what we'll do is we'll hide the dog as well when it touches RS1. Okay, over here. Now it's going to broadcast level 2, so what we need to do is we need to make a new sprite for level 2. So let's go to paint and go to the square, and again, like I said, I really like the black, so make it really big, and let's see, keep that there, and then center it here, 0 and 0. And then I had these cool letters that I really wanted to do. I like to do the curly for it. And I had this cool color, kind of like this yellow lime greenish. Okay, that looks about right. And text, and I want it to say level. I want to do level first. And I'm going to put it over here in the center. And then I'm just going to move it up. Okay, and that looks cool. And then on its own, I want to do 2. And this is what I like about the curly. I just love this kind of cool, the way that looks. Make it as big. Again, do whatever you want. Please be creative. Create your own and then share it with me. I would love to see that. I want to make this a little bit bigger. Or actually, I guess just wider. Whoops, not that. This way. There we go. Okay, that's our level 2. Now what we're going to do is code this. How is this? Well, this needs to hear the broadcast. So in the events, when I receive level 2, I am going to, now what we want to make sure is we want to make this as before we made the try again go back many layers. We want this to just go to the front layer, the very front. We don't want it to get caught up with the RS1. So let's go to the front, and obviously let's show it. Then when we hit the green flag, let's hide it. So let's go down here and hide it. Okay, there we go. And with the RS1, when I think we're good. Let's take a look and see. I don't think we have to do anything with that, but let's just take a look and see what happens. Let's get him walking across because the RS1 is there. And then there we go, level 2. Oh, we forgot. We don't want it to go forever, so let's have it wait 1 second. Well, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. And then we gotta change the background. There we go. And we're gonna switch it to Highway 2. And then it's going to hide. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, there we go. Okay. And my dog isn't showing. Huh. What's happening? That's hiding. Why isn't the dog showing? The dog is not. Make sure let's show the dog here. And the flag is clicked. Show it. Okay. There goes the dog. He's going over. He's going to touch it. And, oh, yeah, because he hid, right? That's why. Because he hid when he touched the RS. Now you can see over here the RS1 is here. So let's go to RS1. And when the green flag is clicked, we will show it. But when we hear the broadcast of level 2, when I receive level 2, we'll hide it. Okay, now, let's go back to the dog, and we want to switch the backdrop when the green flag is clicked to Highway 1 as well. That's what's so fun about this, right? You getting into all this, and then you do it, and oh, what? Oh, and then you got to figure it out. That's what's so awesome about coding and things like that. Okay, now here we go. We're not seeing the dog, right? So we want to make the dog start, and we want to do different cars. So we want these cars to stop. So let's quickly do that. So when these cars hear level 2, they are going to stop. We are going to stop. Oh, and hide it, because you could stop it and it won't hide. That'll be a problem. Okay, so let's duplicate that one to this one as well. So let's do that and make sure that that's working as well. You know, a lot of that's what it's all about. You got to do it, test it, see it. Okay, it works. Boom, there's level 2. Now there's no cars. Okay, fantastic. But our dog isn't here, so we got to get our dog back. So let's go back to our dog and let's get him back. Let's go down when we're touching. So what we want to do is we want level 2 to broadcast something when it's done. Now what we could do is we could have it broadcast go. We could just have it broadcast go. Okay, and then when the dog hears go, when I receive go, I will show, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, now let's just see if that'll work. There we go. And we'll get across. There we go. And he's going do. Oh man, everything's fine. There it is. And oh, what's happened? Oh, there he's showing, but oh, we have to get him to go back, right? So we want him to go back to the same spot, so we can just go up there and what was that spot? X, grab a motion and copy that really quick, and then y0, and the x is -204. Okay, there we go. Now let's drag that all the way down. When he receives, he'll go to that and then he'll show. Okay, here we go. Let's see, here we go. We're doing this, we're making this together, right? Boom, there it is. And there he is. Now he's ready to go. Okay, really quickly now, I want to show you how to, get some cars onto this one and go from there. Okay, so now we've got the dog to cross the street. If he gets hit, we got a try again screen. If he makes it, we're gonna up a level and we're gonna continue, right? So we need some cars to go, and we also got the cars from level 1 to stop, but we want cars to start from level 2. So what I thought is I'd kind of do two things. I'd copy one of the cars from level 1, because you could always do that, and then I'm gonna do a new one as well. So I got the motorcycle here, so let's get the motorcycle and show it, and let's just do it on another street as well, or lane, right? So again, go over to costumes, and it's really, really big. So let's make it really, really small and go down. And that looks pretty big. Let's make it. Okay, there we go. Okay. And again, whatever way you want them to go, is up to you. Oh, let's get it into the 0, 0 first. Okay. But let's play with this lane right here. So let's have him go up this way. That's fine, because this car is going this way, so we'll go this way, and we can just kind of go opposite back and forth. So he's going to be we'll take a look at -430. So let's code. Okay, so now remember, we don't want to do this when the green flag is clicked, or he's going to go at the same time. So what we want to do is, when he receives the message of go, okay, he is going to do all of his things. So we can go ahead and take this and copy it over to there. The only difference is we won't be doing the green flag. We'll just put the when I receive go. He'll hide. We got to switch the go to, which is -4 in his case, so -4. And let's see, he's going to be starting from the bottom. So let's go down here and get a negative big number, -260. Okay, and so it looks like -196. Okay, remember, your sprites for the size and the type of sprite is going to be different, so you just have to play with that. Okay, you can't copy this code exact and have it work, because you might make your sprite, you might pick the exact same sprite, but it's not the exact same size, and that's going to make a difference. So you go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's where he's at, right? And we took it from the car that's going the same way, so this will be the same. The Y position bigger than the number. So, but let's go up and see what that number is going to be. So let's get a positive big number, 203. So again, 202, because it wants to be one less. And you can keep this at whatever you want. And the motorcycle kind of goes fast, but let's make him go 14. Okay. And there we go. And let's just get him going. We clicked it for the screen there. So there he goes. Okay, he should be on the other one, but remember, when we click the green flag, he's going. So go to the backgrounds and put it on the background. On that background. There, and there he's going there. Okay, so stop it. And speaking of that, when for the motorcycle, okay, the motorcycle here, he's showing here, right? So we have got to fix that, because we don't want him to be seen when he's there. So when I receive go, so what we're going to do is we can just hide him. Okay, and let's see if that works. We'll hide him for right now. he's going over, and boom, level 2, and now he should come out, and there he is right there. Okay, and so let's go this, but I think he's gonna still be going. No, he's not. Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, and so the other thing I wanted to do was to show you how to duplicate one sprite, and you can have it go to the other one. So let's duplicate the sports car. Well, no, the cop car, because it's already going in that direction. So right click on that and duplicate it and put it here. And you can see I love to be organized, so I put it right here for 4. Okay, so now it's right here. You can always go to number 2, and that way it won't be seen, and you can. And let's put it over here at the very end so you can kind of see. Now it's number 4, so it's going to be doing different things just because they're the same car. It's not going to be working in the same way, so everything will be fine with that. But you can go and take this cop, and you can go over here to number 4 and click it and get the receive all those. There's number 2. Number 4 has it. Oh, you know what? I apologize. When you duplicated it, you duplicated all of the things for number 2. So basically, let's get rid of that because we don't want it. It has nothing to do with level 2, although you could switch that to level 3. Okay, so the only thing we really need to switch on this one, because the Y position is going to be the same, and this Y position will be the same because they're the same size, they're the exact same car. So all we're really going to switch is the 176. Put this in at 176, and then we want to switch this when I receive go. Okay, and that should be good. We're going to hide it. You can make it go. Let's say this one's going in an emergency, so this one's going at 16. Okay, and we'll see what happens here. So let's hide that one. Let's hit the bar and let's see what happens. Okay, let's get across. It's going across, and it hits, and level 2, and there are the cars, and they're going across. Ooh, I got hit. Oh, wait, what happened? I got hit, but nothing happened. Well, we got to go and do that code. So go to the dog, and remember, like I said at the beginning, let me move these down. Let me make it smaller, move them down, and then, like I said, I'm going to duplicate it. If you want, you could just add it right on, just go put an OR, and then, but we can just quickly go to this one, number 3 and number 4. Okay, so it should all be working. Let's take a look, cross our fingers. Well, we have our motorcycle here, so that's a problem. Go to the motorcycle. When the green flag is clicked, go here and hide it. And let's do that for this one too. When the green flag is clicked, we need to hide this car. And then when the go, it'll show. It'll be showing right here for the go. Green flag clicked, it's hiding. Here it comes. Let's get across. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, Mr. Dog's doing great. He's going. He touched level 2. There we go. There are the cars. Now we're going across and because a dog doesn't know what's going on. There it is. Try again. Fantastic. We try again. Hit this and let's try again. And there we go. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, and we'll go all the way across. And level 2, and there they go again. And there's the motorcycle. And let's just make sure it works with the motorcycle. Let's get hit. Boom. There it goes. Okay, very good job. The only really quickly, I just want to add a little, just right up here, it'll just say level 2. So let me show you how that's done. Okay, so we have these levels, and again, you can make as many levels as you would like. So we want to add levels here it'll kind of say a level here. So what we can do is go to the dog and go over here to variables and make yourself a variable that says, levels. Levels. Levels, or just level, whichever one you want. Okay, and click OK. Now right there it says level. Now what you want to do with the dog is first you want to set the level when the flag is clicked to level 1, because technically we're on level 1 when we start the game. And then we want to increase. So when do we want to increase? We want to increase right here when we broadcast level 2. We want to change the level by 1. And then when you have a level 3, you'll put broadcast level 3, and then it'll change it again by another level. So let's take a look. So here we go. You can see up here we're on level 1 right here. This is level 1. So let's get across, and we're going and going. Yay, he's going to get over it. And let's get, boom, and there we go, level 2, and there's level 2. So again, you can continue and go. And you know what I thought would be really fun is if you made one of these levels like in space, right? And he had like a little helmet, and you kind of make him kind of like floating, and you made maybe stars and planets and things like that would be kind of really cool. So that's kind of what I was thinking after I made this to do. But there we go. You did it. Give yourself a pat on the back, because this was a long one, right? But you did it. We got the dog to go cross the street. If the dog needs to come back for he needs to come back, we got him to turn around. We got him animated, walking. We got him going up. We got him going down. We got cars going up. We got cars coming down. We have a try again screen if he gets hit. We have made a new level when he gets to the end of the road, because dogs just keep walking and walking and walking. And we even made a level counter that tells you what level you're on. So fantastic. You did it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and receive all these awesome episodes about Scratch 3.0. Please leave me a comment and let me know that you liked it. Tell me if there's anything that you would like to learn. Hey, what do you call a dog that wears a watch? A watchdog. Stay positive, stay coding, and stay tuned. I'm Coach Eric. I'm going to go walk my dog. I'm out.